just read, or we read when Winning took a back seat, let's look at number 1. Okay, at the questions on number 1. What can you infer about the relationship between Scott and Brad? Now it's asking you to infer. So does it tell you specifically about Scott and Brad?
No.
And their relationship?
No.
We know that they're both what? Competitive, and we know that they're also what?
Friends.
Friends, okay? So, if we know that they're both competitive, that's already on A, B, C, and D, correct?
Yes.
So we can't do anything about that. But let's look at let's look at the choices. They're not enemies because friends are not what? Enemies. Nowhere in there says that they're brothers, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, we're down to sportsmen and friends. Are they both sportsmen?
Yes.
Yes. Are they friends?
Yes.
But it's asking for the relationship between the two, right? So what is the obvious answer?
D.
Friends. It's D. They are competitive friends. What text evidence justifies the answer to question 1? Now let's look at this text evidence because we are just trying to prove that Scott and Brad are competitive friends. Stop. A, sometimes Brad won and other times it was Scott who broke the tape first. What does that prove? That they're both what? They're both good. Does that have anything to do with them being competitive friends?
No.
No. So out beside that, I want you to put good runners. B, it was their childhood competition that forged a lasting friendship. Well, both competition and friendship are in that text evidence. Could this be the right answer?
Yes.
But are we just going to mark it and go on?
No.
No, we're going to put a star by that. C, Scott wanted to win to prove that Murray, or however you pronounce the high school, was the best at everything. Now, does that prove that Scott was competitive?
Yes.
Does it prove that Brad was competitive? No. So this does not prove that they were both competitive and they were friends. D, Scott and Brad formed an unspoken bond.
No.
Now this proves that they're what? Friends, but does it prove that they're competitive?
No.
No. So your answer is B. Number 3, what does the phrase blistering pace mean in paragraph 4? Now everybody look at me because I don't want you to look at the answer choices right now. When you have a blister on your foot, okay, it hurts, correct?
Yes.
But I want you to think of something. What does pace mean?
Fast.
No?
The running speed.
Speed. Now, you can be running at a slow pace, and you can be running at a fast pace. But if your feet are being blistered from your shoes, most likely you're running at a what? Fast pace. Okay? So above blistering pace, I want you to write fast. Now, some of you did not know what swift meant, and you asked me that question. Now listen to me. Even if you don't know what swift means, could we use process of elimination here?
Yes.
Okay, if you know that blistering pace means fast, is exhausted having anything to do with fast?
No.
No. So you would cross that out. We all know what hot means. Does that have anything to do with fast?
No.
No. Does slow have anything to do with fast?
No.
No. So your answer had to be what?
A.
Because swift, by the way, means fast. Okay? Yes. 4. What text evidence justifies the answer to question 3? So we're looking for swift or fast. In past races, Brad usually grabbed the lead. Well, if you're grabbing the lead in a race, are you being fast?
Yes.
Yes. So what are we going to do there?
Put A.
We're going to put a star. Not yet, LaChance. We don't just pick it. B, the other runners had fallen out of the contention. Now, some of you didn't know what contention meant. But if runners are falling out of something, what are they falling out of? The race, the competition. Does that mean they're fast if they're falling out of it?
No.
No. So that can't be it. Which wore down most other runners. Well, if they're wearing down, are they fast?
No.
No. The group headed out headed out the exit for the 2.6 mile cross country run.
Definitely not.
That has nothing to do with being fast. This is just the beginning of the what?
Race.
Race. Okay? So your answer is A.
So,
Which detail for the passage should be included in an objective summary? Now, remember, we are just using the basics for an objective summary. So A, but the boys grew up admiring each other's athletic skills. Should that maybe be an objective summary?
yeah.
Maybe, because they're friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In past races, Brad usually grabbed the lead, but Scott often caught Brad on the final stretch. Does the whole gist of the story does this have any importance?
You teach Kayla her.
I don't teach a Kayla, okay? It's okay. All right. Does this have anything to do? I mean, it does have something to do with it, but is this of major importance to the story? Yes or no? No. This is just a supporting detail. So out beside it, I want you to put supporting detail. C. So when Scott and Brad took their places at the starting line, each knew there was a lot more at stake than just a race. It was homecoming. Did that make a big difference about this race?
No. It did.
Yeah.
Because they had a big audience.
We talked about that. The homecoming was a big deal, right? There was a lot at stake here. So this might be a detail that you need to include in the summary. The crowd that had been shouting moments before fell deathly silent when Brad tripped and hit the ground. Does this need to be in a summary?
No.
No. So, does the friendship, or does them admiring each other's athletic skills, or the fact that the homecoming race was a big deal, which one is more important to go in this summary? C. C is your answer.